Hello YouTube. I'm gonna give everyone just a second to come on. Um, I actually took a couple of notes um, because I feel like once I get started, a lot of times I forget things, and I had some really important things I wanted to share with you guys today. So I decided to just write it down. I hope it's not too bright. I'm gonna turn my ring light down just a little bit. Maybe that'll help it. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's a little better. It may have been too bright. I really need to get an ink pen while I'm waiting. Oops. Okay. Uh-oh. All right. Check it out. I can't seem to get my curls right today. Okay, yeah, guys, it's about 2 minutes in. Um, I'm not gonna waste too much time. I know I'm gonna go ahead on and get started. So once it gets to 3 minutes, I'm gonna just go ahead on and get started. It's almost 3 minutes. Okay, you guys, so it's 3 minutes in. So I'm gonna go ahead on and get started. First off, I just want to say welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having an awesome Friday, and I hope everyone has a really awesome weekend. Um, if you guys are wondering why I don't know, I feel like I don't have the normal energy that I normally have because of a couple of things that's me. So this video really plans for this video was going to be a continuation of the strategies of how I'm going to succeed as a small YouTuber in 2020. And I am going to get into that later. But first, you guys, I just want to talk about what has happened in the small community that I grew up in, that I went to school, graduated from, that my oldest daughter graduated from, that my youngest daughter, who is now a senior, is enrolled in as we speak. So you guys, you know how on TV you see all these, these tragedies, these horrific, heinous crimes of, children killing their parents, or, you know, or parents killing their children, or vice versa. And you think, that never happens around here. That never happens in my community. That never happens close to me. It just always seems like it's so far away. So, what do you do when it hits close to home? So, you guys, I graduated from Moffat High, and some of you probably already know what I'm talking about. So, I'm gonna start with Wednesday morning because that's when majority of us start getting a recap of what was going on. So Wednesday morning, um, we wake up like a normal school day. Me and my daughter that's a senior, and we're getting phone calls, group messages. Social media is just like on fire. Everyone's talking about what happened. That basically this all happened Wednesday morning. So what happened Tuesday night or versus early Wednesday morning? And so we thought at first. So we go online, and it's, teachers are coming, everyone is, just devastated. And what it is my daughter attends Mumford, and it's all in the news. So I'm sure some of you guys may have heard about it. You may stay far away. You may not know, could relate because it's so far away from where you live. But a boy, from the way we understood it from that morning, had killed his mom and his twin brothers. Keep in mind, he attends the same school that my daughter attends. So everyone, of course, is in an uproar because not only did he kill them, but he's on the run. No one knows where he is. At this point, people are thinking, he may go to the school and, do something to people at the school. You know how things have been happening at schools. If he did this to his mom and his brother, they're not being able to find him. And with the only vehicle at the house that was there was missing. People are like, lock your doors. We don't know where he is. So I was able right then to make a decision not to send my daughter to school. Now keep in mind, my daughter is older. At that time, the buses and things were already running. Some people had not heard about what was going on. So some people children were already on the bus to school, or some people kids had already maybe even arrived at school. So of course you can just imagine the chaos at the schools. We have two schools right by each other. That would be the Mumford Elementary and the Mumford High School. The boy that did this went to the high school, the same school that my daughter. Talking about some kind of just, it's been crazy, girl. So so anyway, that's what we were told. He's on the run. He's killed his mom and he's killed his twin brothers. Keep in mind, this boy is 16 years old. From the way people describe him, honor student, really nice. They don't, why this happened. No one can really explain. Um, so, Wednesday, we're all just in disbelief. We're like, how could this happen so close to home? How can this happen at a school that we graduated from? Mumford, for the people that may know anything about Mumford, Alabama, it's a very small community. Most of the people are some kin to each other. Or if they're not some kin to each other, like we know each other, we grew up together. Um, Even the blacks and whites are very close because it's just a small community. Like I said, everyone knows everyone. So for something like this to happen here, it is just people are just they just cannot believe it. It just has all of us and just still in disbelief. I still have a hard time even talking about it, saying, "Wow, this happened right here in Mumford." Okay, so of course, as the day go on, everyone's, like I said, they're going up. The ones that did have the children to go to school, they're going up there, they're checking their children out. Of course, I'm sure the phones are ringing off the hook at Mumford of people calling saying, "What's going on? Have they found him?" Because everyone's fear is that he's not finished. He's killed his mom, he's killed his two brothers. No one knows why. No one knows where he is. So parents are panicking, teachers are panicking. People are all worried about their loved ones and are they safe? Okay, so you guys, as the day go on, the story gets even worse. So what we thought was happening Wednesday, right? No, they actually found the bodies Tuesday. So the people that watched the news Tuesday night were already aware of it. People, like a lot of people who got up, and I think it happened late Tuesday night, they just found out everything Wednesday. So of course we're panicking. We're like, you're not going to school. Me and my fiance decided Autumn's gonna, stay here. We're not sending her to school because they were saying that the school basically was gonna be on lockdown because that's the school that he attended. So of course they don't know if he's coming back. They don't know what he's gonna do at this point. So as the day went by, the school that I work at, which is not near that school, we have a resource officer there, and he was kind of keeping me informed on kind of like, okay, so they found him. So they found him. He was in the car. I think maybe headed toward Cherokee. I'm not exactly sure of his exact whereabouts when they found him, but they did find him. And when they found him, you did feel some sort of comfort, like he's not out there. They do have him. He is not out there to hurt someone else. But then that's when all the questions come. Why? Why would a 16-year-old kill his mom and his two younger twin brothers? The 16-year-old was in 10th grade and his two brothers were in eighth grade. Were they in the signs? Was something going on at home? People, we all are just wondering what in the world.
He just ate a string this long.
Oh, they did. Could make something like this happen. Where did it come from, I wonder?
I was trying to get it, and then when I came back around, he started grinding.
It probably go. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. My dog just ate something he didn't supposed to. But Anyway, you gotta just keep everything picked up off the floor. Like that's why I be
It's
telling y'all.
almost strangled. It's a long cord.
Well, I don't. I mean, I don't know.
It's like a shoestring.
And so you guys. So as the day go on, the story actually gets worse because what we find out is the bodies were found Tuesday, and that's why we all found out about it early Wednesday morning. But what we didn't know is the murder actually took place Monday night. So keep in mind, this 16-year-old boy that goes to my daughter's school killed, slaughtered, like he stabbed them to death. His mom and his two twin brothers Monday. Now this is what's even more disturbing. They saying that the murder happened between Monday night and Tuesday morning. This 16-year-old boy gets up and goes to school. No one knowing what happened. He goes to school and do what he would normally do as a student. He goes to class, he goes to lunch, he goes to PE. Now, can you see how scary this is? He walking amongst teachers, our kids, no one knowing that he had murdered his mom and his two brothers. He stayed in school all day, from my understanding, left at the normal hour, no one knowing nothing. And you think to yourself, how could you do something so evil and still go along with your regular routine as if you had did nothing? Like, what would have someone to do something like this? Like, what could be in their head? What could be in their mind? What type of person would do something like this? He stayed at school all day. And then when he got home out of school, some type of way he ended up getting in the car, leaving because, from my understanding, I'm not sure if it's the aunt that pulled up or was the fiance of his mother that pulled up. But when they pulled up at the house, they see spray painted on the house, dead. So at that point, the cops were called, and some type of way in between that time, the fiance pulled up, and he had before the cops got there, and I guess he went in there with the gun, and he's the one who actually found the bodies. Now listen, I'm not sure about exactly where the mom was stabbed and where one of the twin brothers was stabbed, but one of the twin brothers were on the couch with his throat slit, and he had actually put the knife in his brother's hand. I guess making it appear to be like a suicide, or maybe he had killed the mom and the other brother and maybe killed himself. Now, do you see how, to me, someone like this, they're calculated? This is something he had planned. This is nothing that someone just get. I felt like he knew he was going to do this. He did it at a time that the mom fiance was out of town. No one was there but him and his two brothers and his mom. He saw the opportunity. This is no doubt in my mind that this is something he had contemplated in his mind before he even did it. But what would make someone so angry? What would make someone do such an evil act is the question everyone around here is asking. And we really don't know the answer. You guys, it is just why? I think that's what everyone wants to know is why. And to me, no matter what comes out, is it justified? And I don't know you guys' opinion, but I don't feel like so. I know people who have had horrible upbringings, who have been treated horrible by their mom or dad. Maybe their mom was on drugs, they were molested, they were just the worst circumstances ever. And they still didn't do this. So I still feel like that was just heinous to do what he did, to sit and stab them, to sit and slit your brother's throat. I mean, they said it was just so much blood, it was just unreal. And then to get up and go to school and go on through a regular day like you had did nothing, like where is your conscience? Were you thinking about what you did? And there's no doubt in my mind once he got home, of course, who could stay there with all that there? They said the mom was in her bedroom. I'm not sure where the other brother was. But this is just something thought out, and it's so scary, and it's so. And I started to wonder because I have watched programs with my dad of parents who children have killed, or they had even had a child as a serial killer. And I wonder, were they signs there that they just didn't see that something was off about this child, that something wasn't right? Do you believe that we have signs and we ignore them? Or do you think that sometimes we have any signs? So you guys, let me know what you think down below. And I have saw a lot of these programs, and when they go back up until the child is older, and a lot of times there were signs. They were signs. But for some reason or another, they went unnoticed. There were signs that something just wasn't right. So a lot of times I think we as parents, we need to really pay attention to our children and how they're interacting with other children and how they their reaction to certain things, just everything to see. Do you ever pick that up about your child, that it may be something wrong? And is that hard to admit as a parent? Yes. But if it can one day maybe save that child's life, someone else's life, or your life, sometimes you just have to look. It's a problem. We're gonna have to get you some type of help. Because to me, someone to be able to do something so cruel and so evil, it just had to be something wrong. Not saying that, like how they say, oh, he's crazy and he getting off. Not like that. Like a eerie evilness within him to perform these acts and to can you just imagine? Like, and you always want, I wonder, like, well, did the mom see him? And like, was she able to like holler and cry and say no? Like, and you continue to harm her and hurt her? Like, what would make someone do things like this? What would make someone go mad? Just flip like that. Like, what would make them do that? And it's just, the community is still just trying our best to kind of digest this. And we're trying to be here for the kids so they can, feel comfortable to talk to us. I've talked to my daughter and got her opinion on things, because we just need to be open, because this is going to be hard for this community. This is hard, and it's sad, and it's so tragic. 3 people lost their life. 3 people to a 16-year-old boy. So it's no doubt in my mind he probably, I'm pretty sure, caught them off guard, because with her being an adult, I'm sure maybe it would have been some type of physical altercation or something. And they're not leaking everything to us. This is just the things that I know as of right now. And the thing that's really going to get you guys is, so when you get a chance, Google it. Google 16-year-old boy in Mumford, Alabama, who murdered his mom and 2 twin brothers. And I want you guys to look at his what you call mugshot, and he is smirking. He is smiling, and even his friend said that's the way he smiled. It's a smirk on his face. So you telling me you have murdered your mom, and how was that overlooked all this time? Because like I said, I just don't believe you get up and just snap and murder people. I think that the way those people were killed and the way he did it, it was like he planned it. That was something that I feel like that he planned to do. That he thought about. He had, it's just crazy. And it's so sad. It's so sad. And we as a small community, we are still trying to just wrap our head around it. And that's what everyone, the kids are saying, the grown people are saying, even like why? Like why? And I do want to hear why, but even when I hear why, it's still not going to justify it to me. But I still would like to hear what exactly he has to say that would be a reason to do this to your mother and your 2 twin brothers. And then they said when he went to school and the other students were asking him, like, where is your brothers? They said he told them he's at home sick. So it's just, it's like, wow, you went to school and you were around other people all day, and you kept this secret in that you had did this, that you had did something so horrible. Like, how could you even go along the day without, like, how could that not affect you is what I'm saying. How could you go along with a normal day and that not affect you? That is so scary to think that someone could do that. And another thing that's so scary is we can live with someone every day. They can be our family member, they can be our child, our spouse, they can be your best friend, your cousin, co-workers. And you could truly not know what exactly is in their thought process, what's in their head, and truly not know who they really are. Because for him to be able to do that, and then the way that these people describe him, they evidently did not know who he was, or they overlooked signs that were loud and clear, but for whatever reason. They loved them, they wanted to be around, or they just didn't want to accept it. But the thing is about it, it's scary to know that someone that you love, someone you as the mother, someone you carried in your stomach for 9 months, someone you rocked to sleep, you read stories to, would grow up one day and murder you. And that is horrifying, and that is so scary, and that is just so sad to me. And I don't know what is gonna have to take place to make, to get people help at a young age when we start to notice, little Johnny alienates himself from people. Or little Johnny acts something's just not quite right with little Johnny. Or, for us to be like, look, we're gonna have to get these kids some help. It's some angry kids walking around, lonely kids, mad kids, or whatever it is. Dig deep, but it just really makes you think like, wow, like it's so sad, you guys. And I hate to start off on something so sad, but this happened in my hometown, and I never in a million years would have thought something like this would happen. And I'm still in shock. So I had to vent to you guys and talk about it. So just please, you guys, pray for Mumford, Alabama. Pray for Mumford High School. Pray for these families that are sad, and all of the relatives of the deceased who just want to know why, who are mourning the loss of this mom and her two twin boys. Pray for this community because we definitely need prayer. Pray for the kids because they don't understand it. They're confused. And just pray that, you know, they they're able to keep their strength and go on. Because I know I can just imagine how the family members feel, for somebody they was around all the time, I'm sure. And then for him to do that and you be thinking, wow, when did you become this person? When did you become this monster? So you guys, it's just a sad, sad situation. And so I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. I just have to share that with you guys. It's just sad. It's really, really sad. So I'm really praying for that family. You know, sad. Um, so you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead on and start with the next part. And the next part is kind of coinciding with what I started with my series, my strategy to grow in 2020. So um when you're growing and when you're working towards something, um there are going to be there are going to be disappointments, and that's why I wanted to do this part, because being a small channel and trying to make it to the top or whatever it is you're trying to do, like even if you have a business and you're trying to be a successful business and you're starting off and you're trying to get there, all of us who are trying to get there, no matter what it is that you want to do. It may even be a business you want to work for one day. You've been redoing your resumes and they haven't called you yet. When you're in the process and you're trying to get there, how to deal with disappointment when you're on your way to the top, you know, how to deal with it. So, you guys, I actually have some notes because I forget things, so I have to try to write things down. Just being able to deal with disappointment and stumbling blocks, because reality is, just like in a relationship or just like at your job, there are going to be stumbling blocks. Things are not always going to be like, hey, I'm so excited or so good, or everything's not always going to be in your favor, so to speak. So you have to learn how to deal with, things that you're going to come across or you're going to run into while you're trying to achieve something, while you're trying to be successful. That won't, sometimes, you feel like you're carrying the world on your shoulder, and you feel like, wow, this is so overwhelming. And how do you get through that difficult time without throwing in a towel, without saying, you know what, forget it, and start questioning yourself or second guessing yourself? Well, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this isn't my calling, So here is some of the steps that I go over with myself, and I still have to do this because I am still a small channel and I am still a small business owner, a boutique owner, and I am trying to be successful. So that's why I can share with you guys, because I'm where you are. I'm not up there trying to tell you what to do to get it. I'm like down here with you. I'm trying to strive for excellence myself. So these are things that I'm going to use in my own life, and I do use in my own life. And do I always do it? No. Does it get hard? Yes. Is it tough sometimes and overwhelming? Yes. But we have to keep going. And these are some of the things that I'm going to share with you guys that we can do to keep going. So, first step is finding out, is this your true calling? So, whatever it is you want to do, if you want to be successful on YouTube, you want to be be a boutique owner, you want to be the next actress, whatever it is, singer. Is this what you're truly called to do? Because if you are having doubts within your own self, then how will you ever convince someone else to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? How will you ever convince someone else to invest in you, to follow you, to listen to you if you don't believe in you, what you're saying yourself, if you don't believe in your own self? So I think first step would be believe in yourself, believe in your calling. Make sure that this is something that you're going to be in for the long haul, something that you're not going to give up on because you are determined to get there no matter what it takes. The drive. Sometimes you're going to not always be so driven, but you don't, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to miss out. You're not going to let it go because it didn't look the way you wanted to look this wanted to. You're not just gonna throw in the towel. I feel like that's how you really know is your true calling. When you can get through the tough times and you can work just as hard and you can stay just as focused because you know that things are gonna turn around and you know it may not be when you think it is, but you know if you keep going that it will. And that's belief and that's faith. And let me see, make sure I'm saying everything. And not only do you have to believe it, but you have to speak it and you have to put it out there in the atmosphere. So you have to claim it like it's already yours. Yours. Praise God for it in advance, like you already have it. You know, and this is the only way I feel like if you are truly believing in yourself first, because when you truly believe in yourself, it's gonna come across on other people. Like people are gonna pick up on your vibes. People are gonna know when you truly believe in yourself. Hey, sissy. And that's my sister-in-law. Me and her were just talking about some similar things like this, just like what last week, Monique. So, you know, when you know it's your calling and you know this is what you want, it's going to make you want to hang in there. It's going to separate you from the people who are down themselves. And not saying you're not going to ever doubt yourself, but you cannot continue to question what it is that you were put here to do. If you know, hey, this is me, I love this, this is what I want to do, I feel like God put me here to do this, then you're not going to give up. Because you know what? Even when it looks cloudy and even when it looks rainy and stormy, you're going to know it's sunshine on the other side. You're going to know it's a rainbow at the end of the tunnel. And you're going to continue to work and work until you get there. Okay, so that's the first step. Is believing in yourself, speaking it. And then I went on to say, pray and have faith in knowing that things are going to improve, that they're not always going to be like they are now. So right now, if you're at, I'm just going to use YouTube as an example because I'm on YouTube and I am striving to reach the top on YouTube. So when you look at your, let's say 500 subscribers and you think, gosh, I'm at 500 subscribers and I have to get to 1,000, know eventually it's going to happen. And there things will work out without to achieve. You can't just be my own boss. People, and I want people to invest in me to basically to advertise for them, but you don't want to put in the work. My phone is. I think it's my phone. So let me know if it keeps doing it because it was doing it a while ago. I think it's my phone. I may have to turn it on cellular data. So let me know if it keeps doing that. Mine is stopped now, but I think it's my phone. I think it's my internet. Um, where was I at, y'all? Successful in whatever you're trying to accomplish. Okay, so putting forth the effort. That means even when it looks like things are at a standstill, or even when it look like they're dropping, like you may even lose views, you may even lose subscribers. What's gonna give you the drive to keep going? And that is knowing in your heart that I'm gonna get there, no matter what the numbers are looking like. I'm going to get there. And knowing that and believing that and having faith and praying to God, I believe will get you there. And I do believe is a lot of times when we don't see results, we want to give up. And a lot of times we put ourselves on like this time schedule and we're looking and you you don't see it moving the way you want to move, moving the way it wants to move. And so you give up, or you want to stop, or you get depressed, or you start second guessing yourself. You start questioning, well, maybe this is not for me. You know, maybe this is not what I should be doing. And that's what gets you off the road to success, I feel like. When you let all these things start weighing you down. And I do believe this too. Um, so to speak, is numbers. I think sometimes we're obsessed with numbers. And when I say obsessed with numbers, I mean it in whatever you do. Like if you have a boutique, like I have a boutique, and say for instance, I haven't sold anything in a month. And if you, oh, I hadn't sold anything in a month. Oh my God, you start questioning, well, gosh, why do I even have a boutique? If I haven't sold anything in a month, why am I even doing this? So what I'm saying is don't focus so much on your results now or what's going on right now. Think of however you want it to be, picture it that way. Don't focus on your numbers with YouTube. Um, I was like obsessing over my analytics, you guys, like obsessing. And I would watch my views and I would watch my watch time. And when it wasn't moving the way I thought it would move, or my subscriptions were not going up the way I thought, what would you say, Monique? Thought it would, then what would I do? I would get in the slumps about it. I would start saying, it's like I wouldn't put forth the effort I normally would because I wasn't getting the results that I felt like I should be having. But at the same time, we have to understand that we have to go through a process, and everyone's process is different. And it's easy. I used to go on people's YouTube channel, and the first thing I would do was go back to their oldest video, and I would try to see how long they had been on there. And if they had been on there a short time, like maybe 6 months, and they had like maybe 10,000 subscribers, then I would start thinking, well, gosh, why do I only have 1,000 subscribers? So that's the worst thing you could do is compare yourself to everyone else. Because what's for them is for them. What God has for you is for you. Your process is your process, it's not their process. They're going through their own process for whatever reason. God may be taking you through a whole different process for another reason. So you have to understand you can't keep comparing yourself to other people. And you can't keep obsessing over your view count, watching it every hour or every day, because it comes compulsive, and it will get you down, because when it's not moving, then when it's moving you're good, but when you don't see it moving, or when you see it going down or it stands still, what do? You start overthinking, you start getting anxious, you start feeling like, oh, what am I doing, am I wasting my time? And while we're sitting there wasting our time questioning and wondering why, we should be doing what? Being productive, putting that time into making another video. Or if you're a boutique owner or a store owner, putting that time into finding more stylish merchandise to sell on your boutique. On how to compare yourself to others you are. That's right. That's right, Monique. It goes off so quick, you guys. I can't hardly read them. And then I have this cracked string going on too. So you guys be patient with me. I'm telling you, I have to get a new phone. But are you truly in it for the long haul? And I feel like that is what separates the winners from the defeated. And I don't like to say losers. I know people say winners from losers because I don't feel like it's losers. I feel like it's winners, people that are on top, and I feel like it's people that has been defeated for whatever reason. Um, when you're defeated, I can't do this anymore. This is too much for me. I don't think I can handle this. In other words, when something comes up and it doesn't go the way we want it to go, we want to throw in the towel. We want to walk away. You've put in all that hard work and you don't know right around the corner could be your success story. But a lot of times people give up right before it's about to happen. Because let me tell you something, a lot of times it gets harder right before it gets better. So if you're going through a storm and you're looking like, oh my gosh, I'm working my butt off, I'm putting out content, I feel like I'm doing my best, I'm putting everything into it, and I'm still not moving, don't you dare quit. Because let me tell you something. that discouragement, you're gonna always wonder, what if I would have kept going? So I don't plan on quitting. I have moments where I get discouraged. I have moments where I be like, of course, because I'm human. But I don't plan on quitting. I can so much focus on where I am right now, and I think right now, you know. So in the process, like that's the thing. If you're not gonna always with good reports while you're going through the process, but you have to learn how to deal with the process. And you guys, I'm going through this with you guys, so I'm talking to myself. It's like I'm preaching to myself, like I'm talking to y'all, but I'm actually talking to myself too, because we all need these kind of prep talks to kind of get us back, so you can just get out of whatever that funk you in, whatever that mood you in, and you can start back being productive, and you can start back working hard and try to be creative and come up with more ideas. Okay, and let's see, what else did I put? And it was something else I put in here, and that was surrounding yourself with positive people. I don't see it on my paper. Okay, yes, with positive people. People who have goals, people who are determined to do something with their lives. These are the people you need to surround yourself with. Someone who is driven. You guys can support each other. When you're down, they can like, hey, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna dwell on the now. Someone that can inspire you and you can inspire them. It's like you can give to them and they can give to you. Someone uplifting. Don't need any Debbie Downers when you're going through the process, because I'm telling you, the process is not always gonna be easy, and you don't need Debbie Downer. Oh, girl, I'm so tired of this. This is never gonna work. How long have we been trying to do this and we're still? You don't need that negativity. You're gonna do that to yourself enough without someone whispering that in your ear. You don't need that distraction from your goal. You don't need it. Because, and another thing, if you have someone who is dumping all their problems on you, they're calling you and they always have drama going on. And they dump it on you, and then they're relieved and they go on with their day, and you're left with their problems and you're left drowning in whatever it is they dumped on you. No. You have to be around positive people who are trying to go somewhere with their lives, people that you can talk to, you can compare notes with, you can share your struggles with, but you can know in your heart that this is just a struggle. I'm going to get over this. This is not the end. This is just something we're going through until we get to the other side. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like that all of this is going to help you hang in there when you want to give up, when you want to walk away, when you want to just say forget it. You know, these steps that I talked to you guys about today is what helps me. And, of course, any inspiration you can get from music, reading the Bible, quotes, anything you can do to stay positive. Because I'm telling you, when you're trying to accomplish something and when you're trying to do something, the devil sends all kinds of negativity your way. You would not believe. People say stuff to my mom, people say stuff to my fiance, and I'm thinking, what? What am I doing? Like, what am I doing wrong? But it's just to knock you off that road to success. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're driven, and I think sometimes people see that in you and they're intimidated by it. Some people want to be driven and they're not. And they don't understand how you stay driven and you still may be in the situation you are, and they looking like, well, what is she so happy about? Well, how is she still, and it kind of goes back to, it was so funny. This has been a couple years back, and I actually did not have a job. I had been laid off my job for like a couple of years. I didn't work. And the first lady at my church was just Sister Emma. Some type of way it came up. This is when I was really going to Sunday school, really into the church. And like I need to get back into now. And I don't know if it was somebody else said something in front of her or whatever, but anyway, she had no idea. She thought, like, you're not working. And she said, you're always so bubbly and so happy. I never would have guessed that you have been laid off. Like, you don't act like, and see, that's the thing. Whatever the world throws at you, whatever it is, It's nothing I can do about getting laid off. So what is being depressed and being sad and why me is gonna do? How is that gonna help me? So I'm kind of the type of person I just kind of, and some people think of it as like, oh, well, she don't care. I do care, but I just can't let it affect me. I can't dwell on it because if I do, then I'm gonna be sad and I'm not gonna be doing what I need to do to get to the next level in my life. So when obstacles come your way and keep going. Look at it as like, you know what? They fired me from, well, they laid me off from that job, but guess what? It's probably a better job right around the corner. Do you see what I'm saying? It's something else God has for you, and it's better than what you have now, and we can't see that. So sometimes we hold on to things because we think this is all we got, and God been trying to take it from us forever because He got something better from us, but we don't want to let go of it. So that it all just kind of coincides together. You have to actually give yourself these talks like, hey, snap out of it, Tawana. You got this, girl. Look in the mirror. You have to encourage yourself because a lot of times no one else is going to be responsible for encouraging you and pushing you. You know what I'm saying? That's just too much responsibility on somebody else. You have to be able to do that for yourself. People have their own issues, their own problems, their own things they're dealing with. So nobody's going to sit there and just keep pushing you. I mean, you may have support in your life. You may have somebody that's positive, but you got to understand that's a job for somebody. So you have to learn how to do pick-uppers for yourself. Things that's going to make you, hey, snap out of it. I was down at Debbie yesterday, but guess what? I'm back. Tawana's back now. She's working even harder. She's being productive, and she's gonna keep going. And you know what? You're gonna keep going because it's your calling, and you believe in yourself. And if this is truly your calling, and you truly believe in yourself, then you're not gonna give up. And you guys, I feel like I have been preaching today, and I just want to say I truly appreciate each and every last one of you guys. And that is the end of my live for today. Claim it. That's right. Claim it. Claim it, speak it, and hold on to it. And don't let no one take that from you. People get in your head. Don't let people take that from you. You hold on to that, okay? About to take up an offer. Girl, I'm about to. My sister said she's about to take up an offer. Y'all are hilarious. I appreciate you guys so much for listening and for tuning in. And I see you guys back the same time next Friday. And I'm still going to be strategizing about how to grow in 2020. And of course, if something else come up, I'm going to share that with you guys. But I hope you all have an awesome weekend. And I love you, my YouTube family. And you guys, please continue to pray for Mumford. We really need it. Thank you.